Previously on Season 1 of Dread and Breakfast. I work for Ghost Catchers. ORCS.
The Oddity Research and Containment Specialists. Interestingly, they're all color-coded.
My name is Agent Cobalt.
Captain Indigo.
God, Cerulean, you are dense.
You see the Containment C drive with a bright yellow folder, the Research R drive, which has a red folder icon, and an Internal Affairs I drive with a blue folder. Our disaster plan hasn't been updated in almost 5 years, and the number of our contained oddities has almost quadrupled in that time.
What were you saying? That there's been a breach? Shut it down. Shut everything down.
And you all see white. And the vision refocuses one last time, and you see the door to some sort of building or bunker, snow whirling past in this wind, and the door is hanging open, nearly off of its hinges.
We open in pitch darkness. A frightening cold chills us through to the very bone. Time stretches on and on until all we can remember is the dark and the cold. And then we hear a heartbeat. And another. And another. As slowly, meticulously, a thing starts to awaken. And in the pauses between heartbeats, we hear the cracking of glass and the beginning of alarm bells. Welcome to Dread.
What is that? What?
Okay.
What's gonna happen to us? Holy cow. Oh no!
Hi everyone, and welcome to Dread and Breakfast, the horror comedy podcast you didn't ask for. I'm Fob, and I'm running the show tonight. And with me are my intrepid... well, I was going to say intrepid friends, but that really doesn't work.
We're definitely not friends.
Wow.
Oh.
But we are intrepid.
Oh. Well, everyone, Jacob has succeeded in hurting me this evening.
Hi, it's me. I'm Jacob. I'm here. Welcome.
Hello, I'm Marissa, and emotionally wounded.
I'm Christine. I don't know what to expect, but I'm excited to be here.
Well, you know what you can expect tonight, Christine? It's the finale of Season 1.
Yeah!
Welcome, everyone, to the final story of our first season. Hope you've enjoyed the ride so far. If this is your first time here, hi. Welcome. So glad that you're here. But go back and listen to the other episodes of this first season, or this story in particular. I mean, it'll still work, but it's not going to land as well for you. But really, the rest of Season 1 is fantastic. We all are very proud of it.
Indeed.
That being said, welcome to the finale. This story is going to take place in the Arctic.
Ooh.
Okay, well thank you. Those sounded like approving sounds.
Cold sounds.
Sure.
For me, at least.
Cold sounds can be approving sounds. We see a kind of white backdrop. There's a small little inlet onto like a glacial snowbank. Out in the water, there is a boat which has capsized and is kind of sinking. It's not
kind of.
Yeah, it's not a. So when I say boat, I'm thinking of an inflatable raft with a motor. That kind of boat.
Fuck.
This is
what?
your
A dinghy.
it's a dinghy. So we see that. We also see 4 figures working together to pull a sleigh as they are all making their way towards a helicopter. One of the characters is kind of like leading the way, kind of like making sure that there's a safe route back to the helicopter. And Jacob, do you want to introduce yourself to everyone?
Hi. Yeah, I'm Gavin, and I'm, what do we call it? Extraction expert. So it's my job to get us out and make sure there's a way. So in this situation, it's pretty easy. Point A to point B with straight line of sight to the chopper. No obvious hazards. So let's go. Let's move.
Yeah, Gavin, you're doing a fantastic job with your expertise and your knowledge of just like the terrain in general. You're able to like steer everyone around a couple of rocks that like others in the group, they might not have noticed without you. I will say, everyone, my friends, for your introductory polls this time, I demand 3.
3?
Excuse me?
Jacob, get to polling.
3! But wow, how did you come up with that number, my dude?
This is cruel and unusual punishment.
No,
We
no, no,
haven't
no,
done
no,
anything
not
yet.
at all, not at all. There's a very easy way I came up with this number, Marissa. In Deep Sea, if we had made 3 more polls, someone would have died. So I wanted to make sure that would happen this time.
Thanks, bud.
You heard
Thanks.
it here first, folks. Bob does have a vendetta. He wants to actively murder his friends.
No,
Yeah.
I just want blood.
I've made your blood pools.
Gavin, you're expertly able to kind of like lead the team. You're getting closer to the chopper. And Christine, we see a 4-legged furry friend come bounding out of the chopper.
Yes, we
and
do.
comes running up to your character specifically and
Oh, yes, he
starts
does.
jumping on you and like helping all of you like pull the sleigh. Christine, would you like to introduce yourself and our furry 4-legged friend?
Yes, I would. Hello, my name is Johann von Meissner, but you can call me Hannes for short if this is easier for you, yes. And this is our very, very good boy, Gunter. Oh, he's such a good boy helping us with this rescue. Oh, many treats for you back at the base, yeah.
Christine! Incredible!
I have been workshopping this voice for, I kid you not, 2 months, and
That's
I
insane.
am ready.
Oh my gosh.
I love this. I love this so much.
I'm here. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to be a giant German man.
Yes!
Excellent.
With a giant German dog.
Yes, I guess I should say, is Gunter a German Shepherd?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you lash him to the harness that you guys are all kind of like using to pull this together. And he like adds his strength to yours. And he's able to help you get to the chopper even faster. You're kind of pulling the sleigh and the contents of the sleigh, which I should say are 3 people. They're not doing great. They're undergoing various stages of hypothermia. They were the people that were on the boat.
Suddenly the scene is way less cute.
Yeah. You all have come out to rescue them because it's kind of your job here. Marissa, would you like to introduce your character and tell us what you're doing once you get to the chopper?
Yes. So, first of all, it is to note we are all wearing like snow gear, right? Like the poofy coats and whatever.
You're all like in like bright oranges that can be like seen from like far off. And you've got like the fur collar and like, you know, a big poofy parka.
Yeah, so we all look like really delightfully neon orange marshmallows.
Yeah.
And my character in particular, you notice, is wearing a bitchin' pair of like snow goggles. They're bright purple.
Hell yeah.
Her name is Ava Margot Sinclair, and she is like at the back of the group while we're getting there, just keeping tabs on everyone, making sure, you know, very much like a mother hen, like making sure all the chicks are getting to the right place. And as soon as we reach the chopper, she pulls out her like helicopter keys. Is that a thing? I don't know. And I like run into the helicopter because I can fly this motherfucker, and it's so fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
And Ava will just kind of usher everyone in. Okay, let's be careful. Let's just watch your step. Watch your step. Do you need help?
So everyone's pretty much getting in. One of the four of you, besides Ava, was also kind of like lagging behind. My name's Emery. I'm the medic.
Oh, good.
I'm plucky. I'm full of life. And I barely passed my physical exam. So, yeah, if we could get in the chopper, that'd be nice.
Hannes, who is like a massively built man, just like reaches down with one hand and picks Emery up by like a loop on the back of his coat and like plops him into the.
Yes.
Oh, thanks, Hannes. Yeah, I love it when you do that. And that's not sarcasm. It sounds like it because my voice just sounds like this, but no.
Yeah, no man left behind, 9.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna start tending to these people. Ava, I think I got it, but thank you.
Okay, just let me know when we're all strapped in. Does everyone have their seatbelts on?
Yeah.
I don't have mine on because I am taking care of the people that are in the sleigh, and if I had my seatbelt on, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, you could also fall out of the chopper like the last potato chip in a Pringles can, so I would really maybe hope that you could have that on really quick before I take off.
It's a metaphor.
When you say it like that.
Okay, great. Everyone hold on to your butts. And I fly away. Yes!
Yeah, so you all take off. We are flying back to our base in the Arctic. It's like a research facility.
Hannes is in shotgun, helping with navigation because that is his role on the team.
Thank you.
And everything just looks like a big white void, so his expertise is welcome.
I do realize, as God, that I did mess up. And Christine, Hannes, thank you so much for reminding me that you are the navigations person, and that is now that your character is fully introduced. If you could make 3 pulls, please.
Damn it. Dang, I thought we were going to get away with that.
I thought I was going to get away with it with my German charm, but I guess not.
You very nearly did, honestly. It
you know-
surprised me so much, and I was so delighted.
Ein.
See, you're doing great.
But that's like
Oh, that's
6 right out the
fantastic.
gate.
That's so good. That's so good.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So you were telling us about the
think
base, about how it's a research base.
Marissa
Yeah.
might need to pull,
With
maybe
research
a little,
things.
Nope.
No, it's all
What
good.
goes around comes around. In the famous words of Justin Timberlake, what goes around, comes back around.
So you guys are all flying back to base, and everyone listening, I wish you could see Christine's face right now because
just, like,
it's giving me so much joy. You're flying towards the research base. I should give you some more about your helicopter. It's one of those that doesn't really have like side walls. Like, I mean, it obviously does, but like it has big like rectangular chunks out of both sides, so you can just kind of like hop in and out.
Some would call that a door.
Yeah. Well, an opening, It doesn't close or anything, so I don't feel like it's
You
door-like.
sure? Arctic Rescue, we don't need to be able to close it to warm the patients up?
Not
I mean, you're God, but that doesn't mean I can't question you.
Doors weren't in the budget, Jacob.
doors were not in the budget.
It's the Arctic.
This is the Jeep edition.
Yeah.
It doesn't really even have a top either. We don't know how this thing flies.
It's just a hoverboard.
So you're flying back to base, and you get there relatively quickly. It's maybe a 10-15 minute ride. All the while, Emery is kind of just giving out little shaky hand warmers to our 3 patients. They were shooting...
Is that the best we got?
What?
Is that the best we got? Shaky hand warmers?
We also have woolen blankets, and they have, of course, been wrapped and swaddled in those. But yeah, no, shaky hand warmers, because you don't want to apply too much heat to areas affected by frostbite because they can't feel it, so they might not know that they're suffering burns. And you don't want to shock the skin and the tissue from going from extreme cold to extreme heat, so you kind of want to just gradually bring them up. You guys land in front of a long rectangular building. There's this big door that takes up like the whole center of the wall, that you're coming at. It's a kind of a low ceiling and always slightly slanted so that snow, when it accumulates, doesn't just pile up and up and up and crush you. So you land the chopper, you work together to pull, these people in through these doors, and you arrive into like a small little like atrium. And this is to prevent cold from or heat really from escaping out into the Arctic. So doors behind you close, other doors open, and you're in to this kind of medium-sized lobby. The color palette in here is like a light brown, dark cream sort of color. The aesthetic that this place reminds me of is a underfunded middle school.
Oh no.
That's the vibe I'm getting. So like if there is carpet, it's not great, but it does hide stains really well. The ceiling is that like white panel that's like has those like small holes in it, and it's like uneven. The lights are like, the long fluorescent tubes. You all have come in. This is the kind of like emergency entrance side. And Emery is, okay, guys, I should probably go with the nurses and make sure that they know what happened to these three. I'll meet you guys in the cafeteria for cocoa.
Yeah, naturally, this is the routine that we take every time we come back from a mission, so...
Okay, I just
There's
wanted...
no reason to change this time.
That's fair. I just wanted the audience to know that I know what's going on. So Emery runs off with the EMTs, we'll call them.
And Hannes turns to Gavin and says, did he just say audience?
Gunter looks up at you and says, life is kind of like an audience, Hannes.
Yeah, Gunter, you are right, you good boy. And I give him a treat.
He did say that with like dog barks and aroos and stuff.
Aww.
But to Hannes, this is the language he speaks as well. Might as well have been in German.
Yeah. Oh, God. I already love that. But yeah, so the three of you are in kind of like a lobby. There's a couple people milling about that look like they're preparing to embark on an expedition. They look dressed like you with, their parkas on and stuff. They're not rescue team people. They don't have like the neon orange that you all wear, but they look like maybe a film crew or something.
Does anyone have cooler sunglasses than me?
No, cooler sunglasses than yours do not exist that you know of.
Excellent. Correct answer. Thank you. We can progress.
So kind of at the edge of the room, kind of like wrapping around, there's a hallway. The hallways in this building kind of like circle the whole of the rectangle.
Oh, yeah.
If that makes sense. So like the outer edge of the rectangle is like kind of an all hallway, and then you have some that sort of like bisect through it. You all know, having spent several years here in some case, the quickest way to the cafeteria is down the left corridor.
Okay.
That's what you see. That's what's up.
I think Ava would just like look around and just like take a breath and just like, okay, we made it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, we do have to unload the chopper of supplies, but I think that can wait until after some cocoa.
Yeah, cocoa and debrief sounds good, boss.
Leads the way, Ava.
Yeah, we all link arms, Wizard of Oz style, and frolic to the cafeteria.
We're off to get the cocoa.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Hannes is just like walking rapidly. He would never be caught dead skipping.
Fair enough. I think Hannes is walking rapidly. The other two are skipping to keep up.
Yes. Yeah. And I have a rope toy that I'm kind of playing with Gunter as we go down the hall.
Aww.
Yeah, people are like parting for you. You guys are kind of a big deal.
Oh.
You're the people that go out and save all these nerds when they're in trouble. Like a research team is like, ooh, rocks. Let's go fuck with rocks.
Why is it always rocks?
And then something bad happens, and then
the power nerds step in.
yeah. So everyone's like, they're appreciative. They move out of the way. You do notice two nerds, rock nerds specifically. They are closing the door to the geology room.
Ooh.
And they are having kind of like a heated discussion.
Oh.
They don't seem to notice you, and Hannes, I think it's you and Gunter that are kind of like on that side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm imagining it being Gavin, Ava in the middle because she is mom and therefore has to be around her children. And then Hannes and Gunter are kind of like on the right side.
Yeah.
So if you don't do something, it looks like Gunter might, in his joy, he might like accidentally run into these guys.
We wouldn't want that. This could be an issue. Sometimes when he likes to jump, it's all done with joy, but it's not always welcome by everyone. So I would give a swift tug of the rope to pull him a little bit closer to me to get out of the way of my colleagues.
Gunter thinks that you're playing, Hannes, and so he's going to like try to like tug harder his way, and this is putting him like on a danger path of hitting these people. If you want to do something, you're going to have to do something fast, and you're going to have to make a pull.
Ooh.
Or you can always refuse a pull.
See, but if she refuses this one,
I'm
it's just like, oh no, a big dog licks you. Like, oh no, the horror.
I'm just reminding everyone that is always an option.
Can I call out to my rock colleagues, Versailles, which I believe I've just learned means excuse me in German.
Oh, you certainly can do that. That's not. You got to make a pull if you want to be able to do this like fast enough to stop.
Fine, I'll play your game.
I mean, you don't have to. You could say you don't want to make a pull.
No, I'm making a pull. Here we go.
Do the rock colleagues not speak German and are just very confused?
Yeah, they might not. I mean, you never know.
They just hear like a guttural German exclamation.
Oh, see, so it's all fine. With your pull, you're actually you go a little bit harder this time. You shout out to them and you give Gunter's rope a yank. And they look up, they see you, they see Gunter, and they press themselves against, the side of the wall. And Gunter is like pulled just enough so it doesn't knock into them. And they kind of like look up at you and they sort of glower. They don't seem to be in great spirits, but they're like, watch your dog.
Sorry, he's so excited we just had a good rescue.
Oh, good job. One of them that's been talking to you this whole time, this is Ron.
Ron?
It's going to be very important later, I can already tell. The other one, Gary, kind of like looks at Ron and then looks back at you, Hannes, and says, where'd you go? Like, where was your mission?
Yeah, so the mission was at one of the inlet glacier lakes to the west, and we had a rescue of 3 nature documentary filmmakers of sorts that had misfortune to fall into the water. But luckily, we have gotten them out, and they are on their way to the medical clinic with our teammate Emre. And now we are here.
Oh, out west, you say?
To the west, yeah.
Did you notice anything weird when you were out there?
Weird?
Yeah. Any kind of like, and they kind of bump Ron, and they say, were there any glaciers crashing into each other? Any kind of like big avalanches into the water? That kind of thing? Ice cracking?
No, not nothing of the sort, no.
Looks back at Ron, it's like, I fucking told you it wasn't that. And Ron just kind of glowers and it's like, yeah, okay.
So I think the mention of avalanche has made Hannes a little bit uncomfortable. So he just kind of gives them a sidelong glance and takes Gunter by the scruff and kind of leads him down the way. And they run to catch up with Ava and Gavin.
Yeah.
Who I assume have continued down the hallway, skipping.
Of course.
Arm in arm, as carefree as the day they were born.
Man, Ron and Gary have seen some shit, though. I'm nervous.
Yeah, sure. You can hear them muttering to each other as they walk down the hallway. They're going back the way you guys came. Hannes, you catch up with Ava and Gary. Nope. With Ava and Gavin. Oh no, why did I name you Gary? It's so close to Gavin, Gary. Why are you Gary, Gary? Damn it. But yeah, the cafeteria, much like your helicopter, doesn't have a door. It just is. Did you like that?
It's the Jeep of
It's
restaurants.
the Jeep of restaurants, yes.
An all-terrain restaurant.
It has no ceiling, too. It's a good thing you guys are wearing your parkas. It's going to get chilly in there.
I think we've just described a patio.
Yeah.
Patios are the Jeeps of eating places. The next time anyone goes to a restaurant and they ask if you'd like to be seated on the patio, tell them, "Yeah, I'll sit in the Jeep."
Is Jeep seating all right with you?
And then tell them Dread sent you.
Dread and breakfast.
Tell them Dread and Breakfast sent me to eat in the Jeep. And that's
This
the
is the
patio.
change we will make in the world.
Yeah, you guys get to the cafeteria. There's a small queue of like 3 people waiting in line to get food. Again, I'm thinking middle school. There's there's a buffet line against one wall. The lunch person is going to give you like the main dish. Today it's lasagna. A meat lasagna too. It's very tasty.
I have no idea how to say that in a German accent. I'm just realizing.
Oh, Christine, I'm so excited to give you so many things to say in a German accent.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's there. There's also a the wall has many carafes, igloos, whatever you want to call it, big drink dispensers of hot water, and next to them are containers of either instant coffee, of ground coffee, and they have like French presses you can use, or instant like hot cocoa tearaway pouches.
Are they the kind with the mini marshmallows, the mini dehydrated marshmallows in
Of
it?
course, why wouldn't they be?
Yes.
You guys, I should clarify, this is inside. You are not outside.
Yes.
But other than that, you go and you find, I think you have like a usual table in like the back corner, kind of.
Oh yeah, we're the cool kids. Absolutely, it's the back corner table.
Yeah. There's people, sitting down having lunch. You see like 2 tables over. There's a couple of researchers. They're doing stuff with whales. But that's just because one of them on the back of his lab coat has the phrase "I heart whales."
Excellent. That's Gerald. We love Gerald.
Oh God, no, too many J gut sounds.
Isn't Gary a nickname for Gerald?
There can be
Is
more
it?
than one human named Gerald.
There's
in the
That's why they
Arctic.
go by Gary and Gerald, so we can differentiate them.
maybe I'll just make every NPC named Gary so that I can always remember them.
Yes. The rise of the Garys.
That's what I should do for my life. Yeah.
Garys.
Yeah, and then a little ways over, you see some star people. They're talking about stars. They're all very tired because they're usually nocturnal, and it's about midday.
I grab my compatriots all piping hot mugs of cocoa, and I get an extra one for Emery.
Cool.
Thanks, boss.
Danke.
Well, congratulations all around. I think this was a very successful rescue mission. We got everyone out. Gavin, excellent extraction. Hannes, excellent navigation as usual. Yeah, how do you all feel about it?
Yes, it was good. I think that I would give it a conservative 7.
So a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, this seems like an accurate score.
See, I think I would have given it like a 9.5. Why a 7?
Yeah, a 9.5 seems perhaps a bit too high. We did not find the fountain of youth while we were out in the Arctic. But we did rescue 3 people. We don't know what their current condition is. So, yeah, 7 is about average. It's not bad. It's not failing. It's pretty good.
Hannes, when you put it like that, 7's great. I'll take it. Gavin, you did an excellent job with the extraction. I know it was a bit tricky. We thought the ice was a little thin on that glacier inlet, but you steered us well.
Thanks, boss. Yeah, it was was a little thin there. I was a little nervous, but we did our calculations and we kept our spacing good and get them out without too much hassle. So yeah, I don't know. I guess, yeah, I'd come in about a 9. It was a pretty good day.
It would seem I am perhaps below the mean score for our rescue. Perhaps I can augment my score to about 7.5. I think this would be a bit more accurate, given the trend.
It is at this moment that you see Emery sort of like jogging into view from the hallway, seeming to have taken the long way around. And, oh, yes, be suspicious. Yes, Jacob, please.
You're running things. I'm immediately already seeing.
I mean, all right, you're right. I'm sorry. Cards on the table. Ron's gonna eat you, and there's just nothing you can
I
do.
knew it.
I never trusted that.
It's because he wasn't named Gary. That son of a
That's
bitch.
gotta be it. Oh, shit. Oh, God.
But yeah, no, Ava would, like wave Emery over even though he knows exactly where we sit. She just wants to make sure he feels included.
Oh, God. Oh, hey, boss. Hey, guys. I'm here. Okay.
Yeah, here, take your coat off, have a seat. I slide him a hot chocolate. What's the word? Are the documentary folks okay?
Yeah, it looks like they're all gonna make, full recovery. Everybody's got, 10 fingers, 10 toes. That's good.
But how many did they start with?
10 and 10.
Perhaps I would augment my score to 7.75.
Oh my gosh,
nice.
Hannes, I think that's the highest score this month. This is good, an upward trend.
I suppose.
This was a job well done, but we shouldn't get too comfortable. It is always very dangerous when we go out. So, improvements. What do we think that could have gone more smoothly this time?
I actually thought everything was pretty good. All the medical equipment was where I put it, and then checked where it was, and then checked where it was, and then checked where it was again. So yeah, all the stuff was packed away and where I needed it.
And we're all very impressed by that, Emery. But we did all sit down and make you that checklist so that you didn't have to check it 3 or 4 times before getting out of the helicopter.
I feel like if checking it twice is good enough for Santa Claus, then it really should be good enough for me.
Can't argue with that.
Perhaps on this list we need to add we need to add more snacks to Gunter's barrel. Because I'm not sure that got checked before we went out, and seems that we need to add some more to this, yeah?
I would not be opposed to there being more snacks on board, or anywhere. Snacks are good to have.
Oh my gosh. Hannes, do you need some snacks? I have some here in my pocket. I have a Snickers. Well, I sat on that one, so
I could go for a Snickers.
Oh, would you like it's slightly smushed, but it'll taste fine just the same.
I'm just gonna smush it up in my mouth anyway. I'll
There you
take it.
go. All right, here you go.
And I take and eat.
Hannes, I do have, and Emery pulls from an inside pocket of his coat, Swedish fish.
Emery, you do know that I am German and not Swedish.
Does that mean no?
Without a word, Hannes just takes the bag and puts it in the barrel that is around Gunter's neck.
That's
I
fair.
feel like you open the barrel and there's just wrappers
Yes.
far down.
Yes, yeah. And like one Band-Aid, because there does need to be like something logical in there. Hannes has absolutely explained in the past that so Gunter has a barrel, this
Yes.
initially started as a joke, in all those paintings where the Saint Bernard has a barrel full of brandy, but in reality this is the last thing that you want when you're suffering from hypothermia. But in our case I just thought it was funny, so we we decided to start putting snacks in his barrel, and Gunter seems very happy about it because sometimes we put some treats in there for him as well. So, for a good boy.
Yeah, you guys are all debriefing. Marissa, Ava, you do know that eventually you need to write up a report and submit that in to Deirdre, your boss.
Well, once we're done debriefing and we finish our cocoa, I guess I would stand up, and it looks like the weight of the world is on Ava's shoulders. This is the cross that she must bear. Well, if anyone needs me, I'll be putting together some paperwork, and then I will inform Deirdre of what happened today. But yeah, get some rest. After a good nap, we'll have to unload the chopper and restock it, just in case the other film crew has a mishap today. But a good job all around.
Danke, Ava, and good luck.
I'll need it.
And Marissa, with that, could you please make
No!
your 3-character introduction polls?
Finally!
No!
I thought I escaped.
And now...
No one escapes.
No one can escape. There is no escape. It's dread, baby. Oh, see, you're going to be fine. Look at that. Look at that block.
I don't know. Hannes had one extra pull in there. This could be your downfall.
It's true.
This is like when you
see.
cut the deck, but you just do one card instead of like halfway through. It changes the whole game.
Is that legal in card game?
I don't know, but I was the shit little kid that did that every time, so.
I have been introduced.
Welcome to the longest character introduction in our show's history, everyone.
Where do I do paperwork? Just like my room?
Probably. I mean, it's not big. It's one of those, this is probably why you hate it so much, but it's just one of those stupid bureaucracy things. Like, no one was hurt. You basically just have to be like, yes, we went out. Yes, there were 3 people. No, there weren't more people. Everybody lived, you know. I imagine you leave a good chunk of it for like the medical personnel to like fill out and be like, okay, yeah, so they, you know, they had frostbite on like these 2 limbs, or like,
Yeah, I'm just like starting the file for this.
basically, yeah. You're doing it so that somewhere down the line, an insurance company will get billed.
I'd go do that.
Cool. Yeah. So Emery's like, I think I might, I'm not really tired. I think I might go and, you know, just restock the chopper now while I got my coat on and everything. Then I might come back in for some lasagna. That does look really good.
Yeah, Emery. Why don't I go with you? We can check it all twice, and then we'll come back, okay?
Are we only going to check it twice?
Like you said, it's good enough for good old Saint Nick. It's good enough for our chopper.
I see what you've done there with my words and kind of twisting them around on me. That's, you know, I'm going to be very uncomfortable, but let's do it.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, well, while you follow in the footsteps of der Weihnachtsmann,
I'm sorry? What?
I think I will go take Gunter out for a bit of exercise outside for a little bit of
Wait.
play.
No. I need context. What is that delightful name?
Oh, that was my horrible attempt to pronounce the German term for Santa Claus. I apologize if we have any German listeners. I really do respect your culture greatly.
So Hannes, you and Gunter go outside to go play. Gavin, you and Emery are walking. Emery sort of looks at you and goes, Gavin, how are you doing?
I'm okay, Emery, but how are you doing? You've seemed shaken since last week when you told me, you know, about the thing.
The thing? What thing?
You're not there. Yeah, you know, I don't know. Gavin, I've been kind of thinking maybe this might be my last year up here.
Really? That's going to chase you away from the work? Just knowing that it's out there is it's enough to scare you away?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it doesn't bother you knowing?
I mean, I always knew there had to be missiles somewhere. I mean, you hear about the threat of nuclear war and whatnot. I mean, they got to be somewhere. I guess just
What?
knowing maybe they're around here doesn't really change that for me.
They just saw a big bomb in a snowbank? Like, what did they do? Did they build a snowman around it to hide it?
No, it's like they bury them underground and, they put them in the Arctic because, no one really stumbles across stuff there.
Arctic and...
Except for Emery.
Oh, so we saw like a big, like, hatch thing.
Yeah, like a silo.
I picture grain because I'm from the Midwest when you say silo. So
No, like missile silo.
got you. Okay. I'm here. We're good.
You're not here.
I guess I just don't like not knowing why it's there and not understanding, what's going on around it. That seemed weird. Did Ava tell you about she calls it like a Bigfoot, but...
How dare you out my secret? No, this is not fair. I'm allowed to have secrets, no one else. Damn it.
And that, dear listener, describes Marissa in a nutshell.
Keeper of secrets, including everybody else's.
Yeah.
I don't tell anyone anything.
No, but you have to know.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a dragon, and my gold pile is just knowledge.
But yeah, Ava calls it like I think she said a Bigfoot? I don't know, but did she tell you about that? I mean, I guess big whoopsie if she didn't, Like, oops. God, I hope she did. Beans if she didn't.
I mean, everyone's told stories, and Ava included. I mean, I assume some of them were just like, ghost stories. Just like, ooh, there's scary stuff out there. Be afraid.
But Gavin, haven't you ever wondered where they come from?
Like folklore and stuff, right?
No,
Just
but like where...
bored people telling stories.
But if it was real, where would it come from?
A computer? Like an animation studio?
You seem to be deliberately mishelping me on this one. But if a Bigfoot did exist, like how it could exist, and why would it be out here?
Animatronics gone wrong? Misdelivered maybe? I don't know.
I feel as though we have reached the end of the fruitfulness of this conversation.
I mean, I'm happy to, swap tall tales whenever you want, Emery.
Let's go load up the chopper, Gavin.
Oh, we haven't started yet? I just figured we were doing this,
Oh.
talking while we were.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, yeah. Let's just keep loading up the chopper, Gavin.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. And you guys continue doing that. Make sure that you have blankets, bandages, AAA batteries for some weird reason. And the camera sort of like pans over to the Arctic tundra, and we see a German shepherd bounding through the snow, chasing after a blue ball that was just thrown for them into the snow. Hannes, do you want to say anything of like what you and Gunter are doing? Perhaps what your favorite game to play in the snow is?
Oh, Hannes and Gunter are quite a good match, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Because Gunter, being a German shepherd, he has a lot of energy, he's got a lot of power, he's a very intense dog.
Mm-hmm.
Hannes is a literal giant.
He has giant blood in him. Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Well, okay. Hannes is built. Hannes is like 6'5", gigantic
Whoa.
man. Like very, very, very large person.
You're a mountain of a man.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
And so they are a good pair for playing. So when they're out on the ice, sometimes they play tug of war and see who can pull the other to slide across the ice.
That's so cute.
Gunter does love a good game of fetch. Sometimes as well, Hannes will bury some treats in the snow strategically, and this is not only a fun game for Gunter, but a good training exercise when he is out helping with the rescues to uncover things.
That all sounds lovely.
Sometimes when Gunter and Hannes are out on the tundra, Gunter will be playing, and then he'll just kind of stop and look off into the distance as if he's seeing something. He gets this look in his eyes as if he's remembering a past life.
Oh.
Because you see that Gunter just showed up at the compound one day and he didn't have any tags. And the thing is that there are no feral dogs out here in the Arctic because they're kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But he was exceedingly friendly. It wasn't like this was a wild dog. So Hannes kind of worked on training Gunter. And the team believes that Gunter was perhaps part of a film or an exploration crew previously, but the team doesn't really know where he came from. But Hannes worked very hard on gaining Gunter's trust and training him. So the two are as thick as thieves these days.
I swear to God, if Hannes or Gunter dies, I will walk and quit the podcast. Like,
my goal in this finale, my only goal is to not die.
Why did you pick the finale for that goal,
Because
Christine?
I feel like I've had other goals for the other stories. This is my sole goal, is to just like nail my accent and not die.
You're halfway there. You're still alive.
I think she's nailing the accent.
No, I also think that was a joke for our comedy podcast.
Our horror comedy podcast.
Our horrible comedy podcast.
And so we pan away from the two friends of Gunter and Hannes. The camera kind of like zooms into a window and we see Ava sitting at a small desk. Ava, describe your room to us.
So I would imagine it's pretty small. She has hung her bitchin' sunglasses up on like a peg on the wall.
Hell yeah.
That is like labeled bitchin' sunglasses. Go here.
Well, no, because Ava tries very hard not to use profanity, which is hard for me as a human.
Oh.
I don't think she's sworn yet. Yeah, there's just like different pictures that she's like stolen or like gotten from the star people. Ava, in a second life, she would have been an astronomer. That just didn't pan out for her. So there's like different pictures of the like aurora borealis and stuff like that, but otherwise pretty Spartan. She's like scribbling away. I'd imagine it's like a photocopy of a photocopy. My ink is darker than the ink on this paperwork.
Yeah, underfunded middle school.
Yeah, so I'll finish, writing my comments, concerns, fashion tips, etc., and go try to find Deirdre.
Okay. You don't actually have to go far. You kind of sort of finish scratching it out and you hear a knock on your door.
Oh, good.
I have a Deirdre voice and I'm excited.
Yes.
Hi, Ava. How are you doing?
Oh, fuck. This is worse than I imagined.
Ava, you don't like my
Oh.
voice? This isn't good for
No,
you?
it fits. It fits. Hi, Deirdre. I was just
Hi,
coming
Ava.
to find you. Hi. So here's the paperwork.
Oh, good. I
and-
was actually just coming to get that from you.
Yeah, I thought so. See,
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping I could find you in your office so then I could leave, but now you're here, and so you have to leave. Do you have any questions?
I do. How do you feel like the mission went for you?
Well, Hannes gave it a 7.75.
Oh my gosh,
So-
that's the highest this month.
Right, yep, exactly what Emery said. You're right on brand.
Yeah. It's almost as though we're controlled by the same entity that is inside both of our minds. But that would be crazy.
When I let you borrow my Cthulhu Mythos, box set, I didn't know that you would take to it as strongly as you did, but
I just really find it interesting.
yeah. But everything's in the paperwork.
Oh, that's
so-
great. I'd like to hear it from you.
Right now?
I mean, I'm standing right here, and you're
Is
standing.
Deirdre an AI like animatronics?
That's the vibe I'm getting. There is no war in Bossing Say.
She's not.
Well, how about you can read the paperwork and let me know if you have any questions. I do have to supervise the loading of the chopper since that is my responsibility. I did write there that the chopper does need a couple repairs, as I've mentioned in our...
Specifically?
Doors.
Yeah.
A roof.
Yeah, doors and a roof for sure, but
Propellers. Like, right now it's just run on, like, magic and farts or something.
yeah, you know, actually, it's all in the other paperwork that I've given you before. So if you want to check those ones, I know supplies are scarce, but the fiscal year is coming up. So a new generator, perhaps, any amount of helicopter repairs would be excellent. You know, we did have that whoopsie where we almost fell through the ice last year. So,
Oh my gosh, that's not good.
You know, Deirdre, it's funny. That's the exact same thing you said to me when it happened. So,
I mean, it's not.
hooray for consistency. Do you have any questions for me? Or like I said, I do need to handle the chopper.
I mean, I had some questions for you, but it sounds as though you want to leave my presence as quickly as possible, and I would like to respect your wishes. Even though I am your boss, and you're being, can I say, kind of a dick right now.
I'm sorry, Deirdre. Would you like to come in for a cup of coffee? And I gesture to my tiny Keurig machine on my desk with like 4 K-cups and the singular chair.
Now, I was going to have Deirdre say no, but sure. And she comes
fuck.
in and she of course sits down in the chair.
I sit on my bed because this is just that hashtag college dorm life.
Yup.
And I'll brew her a chai latte or whatever I have.
Wow, that's fancy.
Oh, this is nice. Thank you.
I hate this woman with such a passion.
She has been nothing but pleasant to you this whole time.
That's why I hate her.
Okay. Deirdre is the evil one behind all of my machinations.
Honestly, at this point, she's suspect numero uno.
Oh my god. Okay.
So, while I have you here, Deirdre, have you...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you gotten a chance to look into the other report that I filed about the ominous humanoid figure covered in white fur that may or may not have been a Yeti spotted on the horizon that I did file last month? Have you looked into that at all?
That was a really fast sentence you said, Ava.
So that's a no then. Okay. Well,
I mean, I haven't seen one, and I look outside my window sometimes.
So it's been thoroughly researched.
yeah.
I don't know what you want me to do, Ava. I can't spend resources chasing after a Bigfoot.
I think the technical term is a Yeti. All I was recommending is just doing a quick flyby. Where I thought I saw it was in a direction where most of the film crews and scientists don't really go. So I was thinking just do a quick flyover, see if we could find, any tracks, sorts of habitation, scat, etc. Just to cover our bases. We are pretty vulnerable up here, and if something happens to us, if this base were to go down or something horrible like that, I don't know who would come to help us.
Why, you would. That's kind of your job.
No, that's the point. If we all got taken out by a Yeti, then, pardon my language, but we're all screwed.
Ava, why do you think a Yeti would be confrontational? Also, you have a flare gun.
See, but I did use one of my 2 flares on that mission 2 months ago, so really I just have the single shot left. And you did say that we were getting a shipment, and the flare guns were conspicuously absent at the beginning of the week when they came in, so...
Hold on, I'm just writing single shot left to your flare gun.
Oh,
on
no. I'm not
I know,
going to
I was
remember
gonna
that.
say,
I'm not
you
going to
just-
remember that, though. Damn it.
Flare gun. Yeah. All right. Thank you for doing that for me. I mean, I was trying to prioritize food and also oil and electricity. Didn't you see that we got solar panels installed?
We did, and they look really nice, and I have to tell you, I'm really looking forward to that lasagna, and I'm really looking forward to Hannah say lasagna later today. But
6 months out of the year, they're great.
you know, you're great at your job, and I'm great at mine. So my team did excellently. This is the 43rd time in a row where I'm advocating for a raise on behalf of all of my team. And speaking of them, enjoy the rest of your coffee. I am going to help them load the chopper. Feel free to stay here as long as you like, I guess.
Great. Thank you.
My eye twitches, and then I leave.
Okay, bye.
You have made me deeply unsettled by this woman.
Do you not love her?
I thought, now, here are the puzzle pieces that I am balancing in my head.
Uh-huh.
Missile silos.
Yeah.
Yeti. This eldritch abomination who is possessed by something,
Okay.
running our base.
Deirdre probably doesn't stay that long in your bedroom. Who knows?
Till somebody goes back and checks. She is both in and out of the bed.
Yes. Sure.
This is the
Schrodinger's
Schrodinger's cat
Deirdre.
moment.
This-
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you
Christine.
did it. You did it.
Yes, I did
You did it.
Christine, you've leveled up.
Yeah. Da-na-na-na.
This is Schrodinger's Deirdre. So yeah, you finish helping with like the final prep. You also, of course, help Gavin. Well, I guess you get to decide. But Emery is going to try and check everything more than twice.
No. We can't be having that.
Well, why not? What if we miss something the second time and the first time?
Then that's an excellent exercise in improvisation. Because if you think about it, you checked it once, and Gavin and I also checked it once, and then we all checked it twice. So really, that's like 6 times of checking it between all 3 of us if you divide it up.
But if all of
That's
us
more than Santa.
if all of us are looking at it at the same time, I don't really think it counts as separate checks, you know?
It's fine. Come on, let's get some lasagna.
So you guys are going to start heading in?
Yeah. Our work here is done.
All right. So yeah, everybody goes in. You all get in line. It's like dinner time now, so there's more people in the cafeteria.
Wait, are Ron and Gary around with their secrets, their rock secrets?
Yeah. You see Ron and Gary in the cafeteria. They still seem to be kind of like talking to each other in like hushed tones with scowls on their faces.
Interesting.
That's probably the most interesting thing that's happening in here. I mean, there's lots of other stuff.
Food's pretty interesting.
That's fair. Meatloaf does sound good, but it's not meatloaf. It's meat lasagna, which also sounds pretty tasty.
Arguably a meatloaf also.
So would you say that, like, it's dinner time?
Yeah.
So the majority of the people on this base are in the cafeteria right now?
Probably not the majority, just because I don't think the cafeteria can like house everyone at once.
Sure, yeah. So I guess the point I'm getting to is how many people in total are in this base?
Like maybe around 100 or so.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's a big base.
Maybe that's too big.
I mean, I don't know how big Arctic bases be, but that seems big to me.
Is the 100 including like permanent live-in people like us, or is the 100 including like the comings and goings of film crews?
I think the 100 is like comings and goings of film crews. I think like permanent people that are like just based up here for like years at a time. Sorry, film crew people, if you go to the Arctic for years at a time. I don't know. There's maybe like 40. It's like most of the people here I feel like are like transitory, either if they're stopping here on their way to like another Arctic base, somewhere else.
Okay.
So we're kind of centrally located.
Yeah, and there's like, you've got temps, you've got people who work here in like shifts. That would kind of be you guys because, there's got to be another team of like rescuer people because you guys will need to sleep eventually.
But they're not as cool as us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously. If they were, we'd be doing a story about them and not you guys.
Gunter is enjoying social hour and just going from table to table greeting people.
That's fair.
Aww.
As you guys are sitting down, chatting, spreading sort of like a rumor through the room, the word gets out that there's like a polar storm coming in,
Oh.
and there's going to be like a blizzard touching down in like the next hour or so. Also, something that at least one of you would have noticed this, but that film crew that you saw earlier leaving the premises, like right when you got back, you don't see them anywhere.
Beans. Beans.
Why are you? What's wrong?
I see where the narrative arc is going, and I feel cold surrounded by blankets right now.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Ava. We don't know yet if they might be fine. They might be on their way back right now.
They could be in the bathroom, taking a group poop.
Yeah, I don't gross. Best case scenario, they're on their way back, but if they don't know that there's a storm and they're still, does anyone know where they were scheduled to shoot?
Are you trying to like find someone talking about this?
Aw, damn it. Do I have to talk to Deirdre? Shit. Damn it.
I feel like she's probably the one who keeps the records.
As like a director, she would definitely know. But you could try talking to other people first.
Hey, so I just remembered that I am technically the head of our team, and that means I can designate stuff. Hey, Gavin, can you go ask Deirdre over there whether she knows where the film crew
Amazing.
was supposed to shoot?
Yeah, she seems pretty nice, I guess. I haven't spent much time with her.
You know what, actually?
Deirdre,
no,
right?
Wait, actually, no, sit back down. You're too pure. You cannot be corrupted by this woman yet. Hannes, you know maps anyway. I trust you to be logical and just get in and get out, just like a mission. Can you go ask Deirdre, like, please save me from this?
Yeah, good. And Hannes goes across the room to the check-in, check-out board where people sign in and out every day, and then goes to see what time the crew left.
Wow.
And where they were headed. Because this is the logical answer.
Incredible.
That's Hannes, take a gold star. So you go over the sign-in sheet.
And this is like a log of like who you are, how many people you're taking, like what radio frequency you're going to be on, where you're going, and when you expect to be back.
Basic
because
safety protocol.
This is important information that we would want to know as a rescue crew so that we can have the heads up for who's out and when we might need to go get someone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You see they're using like an AM channel, like 12, we'll say. And
12? Okay.
is that not how that works?
I mean, AM is like 1200, but all right.
Yeah, 12 for short.
Yeah,
you know.
you just call it 12
That's how
for short.
We're the cool kids. We can shorten that to 12.
Yeah. Why do you need those last two zeros if they're not important?
Because this is Hannes, and Hannes is a very precise person, thank you.
Well, Hannes can call it 1200, but everyone else is going to
1200.
call it 12. They went out in sort of like a weird direction. Most crew are going to go west, not like northwest. Northwest is kind of like just not available. People don't usually go there.
Do we know why, or do people just mysteriously not explore
Yeah.
this
It's
section?
there's not a whole lot interesting to film is the biggest thing. It's just like tundra.
I mean, that sounds pretty interesting to look at to me, but
All right,
okay.
fair. Well, to the north, there's like these like ice, like glacial mountains. To like the west, you have some rivers from water melting and like flowing down into the ocean. You have a couple little like ice islands that are kind of like around in that area. South is to the south, and east there's other stuff there.
Anyway, where did they go?
They went north to those like glacial kind of like mountain area.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, it looks like their time out was a couple hours ago, and it looks like their time back in probably isn't gonna be in an hour. Like they won't make it back in an hour.
Okay. Hannes would know that at this point it's probably important to try and radio out to them to let them know that there is a storm coming. Do I have a radio like on me, or is there like a radio central?
Radio Shack, if you will.
Hey.
Yeah, there's like a radio room. I guess, did you all take off your like coats and stuff? I would imagine probably so.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you guys have like radios for here, like the base on, like, like walkie-talkie kind of things, but they're not like long range or anything like that. They're mostly just so like you guys could all get a hold of each other.
So, but I could probably radio to the Radio Shack with my little radio, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's reasonable.
Harness to Radio Shack. Harness to Radio Shack. Do you read me? Over.
Hey, Hannes, how's it going? This is, the Radio Shack. My name's Gary. How can I help you?
Gary, it's very good to hear from you. Yeah, I was just calling to.
Did you know that my name's actually short for Garrison?
Garrison, yes. Wunderbar to hear from you.
You can call me Gary then.
Excellent. Gary, I would like to attempt to make radio contact with the film crews that went out today at 3 o'clock. It seems that they are not planning to be in time, and I have heard the rumblings that there is a storm headed our way. So, since we are the rescue team, we need to make sure that we can make contact with them so that they can either come in or we can prepare to go extract them. So can you please attempt to make contact?
Fuck! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck. Being shit. Yeah, Hannes.
Mein Gott?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we, oh, fuck. I didn't even, yep. Gary out.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. What?
Can I, make a poll here or something? What just
would you like to make a poll of?
I would like to make a poll to resolve whatever happened with Gary there.
I mean, you could also just run down the hallway and open the door to the radio room.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna harness to Ava.
Go for Ava.
You guys I do want it to be known that you guys are basically in the same room.
Yeah,
so
but
what? Hannes is not going to try and yell over the din of this cafeteria. It's very loud. It's the clattering of silverware and the other sort. It's lasagna night. I don't want to disturb people. This is the night they look forward to.
No. It's fine.
You don't fuck with lasagna night.
I just wanted to remind everyone listening that this is the most this is middle school use of walkie-talkies, right?
Yeah,
this
but
is great.
You see, Hannes is immediately going to the Radio Shack, and so he can call back to Ava as I am making headway. This is the most efficient use of my time and my resources. So this is what I'm going to do.
Very fair. Hannes, please, go ahead.
Hannes to Ava, do you read me?
Yeah, is everything okay?
Yeah, no, so...
As you just
9.
see, Ava, you just see Hannes walk over to a clipboard, look at the clipboard, talk into his mic, and start walking away very quickly, and then now is talking at you.
Oh, so that was a really dumb question on my part. What's wrong?
So the Radio Shack, I attempted to send a communication, and then Gary on the other side just said, "Oh, fuck beans!" And then there was no more transmission from him. So I'm headed down to the Radio Shack now. Perhaps you might want to start the initial preparation for a mission this evening to go rescue the film crews that went out at 3 o'clock. Either we're going to have to go extract them, or there might be some other shit that we have to deal with at the Radio Shack.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll get the rest of the crew ready, get prepped, and we'll meet you at the chopper. Ava out.
Yeah, over and out.
And I whistle for Gunter, and I gather the squad. Let's go.
Real quick, Gavin, just going to jump on the radio. Hannes, you didn't finish your dinner. Do you want us to grab your food for you?
Oh, yeah. Yes, a doggy bag, if you will.
Okay, you didn't finish all of it. You want... what do you want us to bring?
All of it. I'm
so
a big man.
The peas and the carrots and anything else?
Just all of it. What is it?
Any main courses you want to say that I should bring?
I said lasagna already. This is an Italian
When
word.
did you say this?
I said it was lasagna night. You don't mess with lasagna night.
All right. was not paying attention at that point, and I'm sorry.
Amazing.
I am sitting across from Gavin at the table, and I hold up my fucking radio and start talking into it while looking at Gavin. Hi, this is Ava cutting in again. Hi, Gavin. Can you help me start getting the chopper ready, please?
Oh, God, what did I do when I gave you all walkie-talkies?
Yeah, I mean, we already checked it at least twice, up to 6 times, depending on how you count, so it should be about good.
Hi guys, this is Emery talking. I'm radioing in too now. I just wanted to be part of the radio party.
Aw, that's great. That's great, Emery. Do you have any words that would be funny for you to say you want to say real quick so we can pay off my bit that I started?
Lasagna. Meatloaf lasagna.
Good enough for me. Let's go.
Okay. So Hannes, you go to the Radio Shack. It's like, wooden door. There's like a small glass panel in like the center at what should be eye level for a normal sized person, but it's, just a bit
At
low.
my chest.
Yeah. It's at like your collarbone.
Yeah, so Hannes, I stoop down and I look into the window to see what's happening.
You see kind of a dimly lit room. There's, audio equipment on tables and like cables going hither and thither. And you see a person sitting at a microphone, kind of like holding on to what you would imagine is like a talk button, and seems to be like talking pretty animatedly into the microphone.
Can I hear what they're saying, or do I have to open the door?
You would have to open the door. It's soundproof.
I open the door.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You guys gotta get back here, like, ASAP.
ASAP? Why? What's going on?
I think we might send a crew out for you, but yeah, there's like an Arctic storm coming.
You might send a crew?
Yes.
Send them extra batteries. We're almost out of
No,
batteries.
why would we do that? No, we're sending people to come get you.
What about the penguins give birth?
I don't know. Stop filming and start heading back. They'll meet you on the way. I kind of thought Hannes would cut in before now.
Oh,
so
sorry.
I hadn't thought of what I would say.
Dialogue. Okay. Hannes steps into the room. Gary, is everything okay? What have you made contact with the
What?
film crew?
Hang on. One's on his here right now. Hey, Gary.
Nope.
Nope. Hey, Hannes. I'm Gary.
Nice to meet you.
Hello. Looks like you guys are going to be going out for him.
All right. Do you have specific coordinates of where they are at the moment?
Hang on. And he talks to the person on the other line, and then he relays you some coordinates.
Excellent. And Hannes has an excellent memory, so he just remembers them.
Yeah, he do.
I think actually Hannes would call on the walkie to Ava to like give her the coordinates and say like, yeah, we're a go.
Yeah, we'd like write it down. I have my sunglasses. Like we are good to go. Grab your coat. Let us embark.
Okay, and then gosh, would I need anything else? Gary, did they say that do they have the whole crew with them? Are they in any kind of peril? Are they heading back? How are they? How are we to expect to meet them?
They seem pretty okay. They're scared, but they didn't hear about the storm, and I don't know. It slipped through our fingers telling them.
Okay, we will talk about this later. Time is of the essence. And Hannes like books it out and is like putting on his coat and zipping up in like action movie.
The dramatic,
It's like a montage.
In his head, like this is the like Superman pulling off the shirt to reveal the super suit underneath, but instead
it's
just
Hannes
Hannes
donning his clothes.
donning his
Yeah.
coat and like flipping his hood up and being like, "It's go time."
Yes. You guys all are in the chopper, and it's wheels up. You guys are going.
I rely on Hannes to help navigate us to these coordinates.
I do that.
And you don't need to make a pull because you're the navigation specialist.
Can I tell from like the air current how fast the storm is approaching? Like, is it more windy or shit?
It's
I don't
very
know.
windy, and it seems to be gathering pace.
Oh.
You're not sure that you'll have enough time to make it there and make it back to base before the storm hits.
Oh shit.
Oh, then I go faster.
Sure.
Can you speed in a helicopter? Because I'm speeding.
I don't think there are any cops to tell you
Yeah, there's no
can't.
sky laws. Like, let's go.
Okay, make me a pull.
All right.
You're
Pedal
pushing
to
this.
the metal,
You're-
Ava.
push the helicopter to the limit.
Oh.
Ooh.
Nice.
Good. But yeah,
Um,
I quicken our pace.
You quicken your pace, and below you see someone's holding like two road flares, kind of like trying to signal you.
Okay.
Hannes, this is about where you would expect those people to be, given that they were like booking ass towards back to base. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to land the helicopter as safely as possible without accidentally decapitating a film crew member with road flares beneath me.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to do that. You're the pilot, so it's like a small crew. There's maybe 4 of them.
We help them aboard.
Yeah.
Okay, you do. Jacob, good job, extracting them.
Yeah, great
I see
job.
what you're doing. Emery even goes over and makes sure everyone's okay, but everyone's doing really well.
Yeah, we would strap in their equipment is a secondary priority, sorry. And then the moment they, the last buckle is buckled, I'm up again. We don't have time.
So Ava, you punch the button to make the helicopter, what?
Is that how helicopters are flown?
Yeah, you punch them. You punch the button to make the helicopter go vroom, and it does a chunk instead.
No, it doesn't. It does. I try again.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure,
it's all
that'll
Deirdre's
work.
fault.
So you try again, and it goes chunk, and the blades kind of start to slow down.
Okay. I pull out the manual in my helicopter glove box.
Sure.
What is wrong? Is it a weight issue? Is it a...
Nope. You're very stressed and under a lot of pressure. I need a pull from you.
Fine.
It's doing great. Okay.
What's wrong? What's
so,
wrong
yeah,
with it?
so
I've
you
done
can-
it.
Okay, so thank you for the pull. You can tell that it's one of the gears on the top part of the blade apparatus. One of those is just slightly out of alignment. It must have not heated up at the same rate as everything else, so it's slightly at a different width than what it should be. That's what you know.
Oh, fiddle faddle fiddlesticks pretzel rats. Okay, Hannes, I need you to start looking at some maps and see if there's a place nearby where we might need to take shelter. Emery, you stay here with the film crew. Play I Spy. Plot twist, it's all white all the time. And Gavin, come up here and spot me. I'm gonna try to fix this, but give me a heads up if it looks like I'm gonna get decapitated. And I turn the helicopter off completely, and I want to climb up there with my toolbox.
Do you wait for the blades to completely stop spinning? That will take a while. Or do you...
How long is a while?
A couple minutes, 5 minutes maybe.
I would wait 2.5.
Okay.
In those 2.5 minutes, I'm asking Emery if he's got any snacks. I'm
Stress
going to need
eating,
something
yes.
to munch on.
Yeah, I've got a, let's see, what do I have here?
A
I've got
left Twix.
A Reese's peanut butter, a left Twix.
I'll take whatever you got. I'll just give me.
Okay. He hands you 5 candy bars, all
And I
different
eat
varieties.
all of them.
Okay.
Yes. A man after my own heart.
So yeah, you wait 2.5 minutes. Everyone here is everyone's tense because you know that there is a storm approaching, and you're just kind of twiddling your thumbs.
Can we
Ava.
see it yet? Or feel it yet?
You definitely feel the barometric pressure change, and I think you can see it off in the distance. But that's
Oh shit. Okay.
yeah.
Can anybody radio back and see if they can wake up the B squad, which God already conceded to
Yes,
and established exists in
Jacob.
this world?
Yeah, can
Yes,
anyone wake
Gavin.
up Gerald?
Gary, and Gary? Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Gavin, do it.
Gavin to base, come in, please.
Gavin to Gary?
Over.
We've had a catastrophic issue with the rotor. It doesn't seem we're mobile. Can you wake up the B team, please, and have them come and get us ASAP as possible? We do have the film crew, but no doors on our helicopter for some reason, so our situation is dire. Oh shoot, there. It's not working, guys. Code red, and I'm just say code red as many times as I can and hope that enough of it will get through that they know.
That's smart.
Major catastrophe.
You hear, and then the radio goes dead.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. Hannes sticks his head out the door and looks up at Ava. Ava, progress report.
Progress report, God. How am I doing?
Ava, I need you to make me a pull.
Done. All right.
Sorry.
No, I'm doing it.
Progress report. Does that sound German?
Sure. Prost.
Prost. Progress report.
There you
Okay,
go.
tower stands.
Tower stands, you're fine. Yeah, you fix it.
Oh!
It just needed to be like knocked back into alignment. You're okay.
I hop back in. Okay, everyone, hold on. And I punch to Vroom.
Yeah, you punch the button, helicopter go vroom, and blades start spinning, and you begin lifting off of the ice sheet.
I would like to speed as much as I think the blades will hold.
Sure. So you're rising very, very rapidly, and you start turning it around so that you can head back to base. And as you do, you see the storm fast approaching.
Oh, no!
And then you are hit by it.
Whoa!
Your helicopter starts being buffeted like back and forth. Ice cold wind just blasts through and is just kind of like chills all of you. You're just kind of like back and forth, like up and down, rocked this way and that. It's like the worst turbulence you've ever felt on a plane times
How do I
10.
fix it?
Okay, wait. Hannes has an important action to take.
Okay.
Okay, so Hannes is going to immediately look at his watch to know what time it is, and he's got his GPS in the other hand. Because in whiteout conditions, solar navigation is not going to be a thing anymore. So he is just, relying on, we're going to head in this direction for a certain amount of time, knowing the distance of where we were and how fast we're going, to be able to, navigate and, check on the GPS that we haven't gone too far. He has a compass. Not always helpful depending on where you are at the poles because of magnetic forces and stuff, but he is focusing in on his job specifically to get us through this.
Okay.
Hell yes, that's so cool.
So
And I did do research about Arctic navigation.
Yes.
Well done.
And I'm relaying speed as it comes. I'm trying to steady this thing as much as humanly fucking possible.
Yeah, Ava and Hannes are just connected right now.
Yeah. Make me a pull for connection.
Sure.
Which one of us?
I'll do it.
Probably
You've been pulling
Hannes.
a lot.
Thanks, Hannes.
Here
I
goes
appreciate
the
you.
pull.
Oh God, please don't knock it over.
Oh god, that'd be funny.
Got to get the team back to the
Still
base.
totally fun. Yeah, you guys just kind of mind meld, and you're working very, very hard to keep this thing on track. It's almost impossible, but you're somehow managing to do it. It is just at that moment that a particularly strong gust of wind hits the chopper. You hear the sound from before of the propellers failing.
Oh
you
no.
hear that again.
I land. I try to land as safely as humanly possible.
You're trying to land. You hear that sound, and also with this big rocking motion, the helicopter just kind of flips.
No, it doesn't. We're dead if that happens. No, I would like to steady it. I don't want to flip.
Okay,
No.
make me a pull.
Yeah. It's the first roller coaster ride in the world.
It's gonna be fun. Okay, you're good.
It's a little.
No problem.
It's officially a little scary.
Oh, that's really nice. Nice. You are able to make an emergency crash landing. It's not pretty. Again, with the whiteout and everything, and with being turned around from this last bit of turbulence specifically, you don't really know where you are. But Hannes, you look down at your compass and it's spinning in the storm.
Okay. Everyone sound off. Ava here.
Hannes, here?
Gavin, I'm good.
You hear a bark from Gunter.
Okay.
And then the film crew, there were 4 of them. One by one, they're like, what? I'm here. They all seem buffeted, but not bad.
Okay, and what about Emery, though?
You don't hear Emery.
No!
Do I see Emery?
You do. Emery is kind of slumped forward.
Did he pass out?
I'm gonna try to wake him up, shake him. Emery, wake up!
You move Emery, and you see, like, when you go to, like, move their head to kind of, like, push them up, your hand comes away, and it's red and slick with blood.
No! Our anxious little boy, no!
Where's the
guys?
one Band-Aid in the barrel? Where? No!
Guys, Emery's not. There's a lot of blood.
I jump back into the thing.
Yeah, so does Hannes.
Yeah, like Emery's bag is like, we know his checklist. We helped him pack it. Like, where is everything? Gauze, antiseptic, like.
Is Emery responsive? Like, is he breathing?
Breathing, yes. Responsive, no. You kind of, like, let him down and peel open his eye to do the flashlight thing to check for a concussion. He is very concussed.
Oh.
This makes sense.
I feel like we would have some sort of like catastrophe procedure. So like while Ava and I are doing first aid, because Gavin, are you doing first aid, or what are you doing, Gavin?
I think maybe Gavin does first aid, because
Yeah,
I feel like
I was about to say, since I think I'm first on the scene, I'm doing
Okay.
first aid and stuff.
I think part of your group's procedures for like these sorts of emergency protocol, and tell me if this seems wild to you guys, but I think Gavin is going to start administering to Emery. Ava, you're probably would check in with the film crew people, make sure that they're all okay. And I feel like Hannes, you would want to make sure like the perimeter is okay. So like you wouldn't be like moving far away from the crash site, but like you want to make sure that we're not on thin ice. So,
Right, yeah.
Metaphorically, but also maybe
Also, literally,
not.
fuck you, damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I feel like I'm preparing everyone to hunker as well.
Okay. Everyone gets like blankets and stuff, and you start like pulling down like flaps to try and like cover up the two openings. And Hannes, are you gonna like leave to like look around the perimeter?
Yeah, and I would take Gunter with me.
Okay. Hannes, take a couple steps out from the craft to look around. You seem to be on pretty like stable ground, which is good. And you're doing kind of like a walk around. You see that the propeller blades are kind of mangled and not great. It doesn't look like this bird's getting back in the air anytime soon.
Can I set up some sort of like something that might be visible from the air? Because we did, when Gavin called back to base, like the B crew would know, or like they would know that we're out and we haven't come back yet. So like I want to put some sort of like signal on the ground that like would make us more distinguishable than just like
Nothing in a whiteout? Yeah.
Yeah, you've got flares. You could probably use one of those.
I mean, yeah, I'll set up a flare.
Okay. Yeah, you got that flare going. So like while you're setting that up, you're climbing maybe like on top of the helicopter to like wedge it in so that it's like high up.
Yes, good. This is good.
You're able to get like a little bit of a more advantage. Now you can't see much at all. Like you can't see maybe like 5 feet from your face.
Sure.
But as you're like doing all of this, there's just like this second of clarity in the storm, and you see that you guys are next to this like rock face, and you see built into the rock face, just for like a second, you see a door.
Bullshit, we do. What?
I head for it. I immediately head for it.
Hannes?
Okay,
Hannes?
you,
hey,
you
Hannes,
go.
my boy? Bad.
No, absolutely. This is Hannes would go for it.
Oh, shit.
Well, I mean, are you examining it, or are you just
No,
like,
I'm just like opening it. Yeah, absolutely.
Hannes, you open the door, and you see a small, kind of like that little like atrium, like the 2-door process to like not let out heat.
Yeah.
You see basically like that, but this is all metal, and like your place is like underfunded middle school. This is like overfunded. You're not sure. It's all metal and hard and like clangy. It's like a 10 by 10 room, not super big. And you see another door immediately in front of you, and stamped onto it,
Uh-huh. What do I see?
you see the letters ORCS.
Oh, shit!
This episode brought to you by a friendly blood pact between mates.
With no blood involved.
This episode brought to you by a bloodless blood pact. Whoa. Hey, it's Fob. How's it going? I just wanted to stop in and say thanks for getting to this part of the show. You know, it's really nice. We really appreciate you listening all the way through. As always, we'd like to thank Eli Schneider for our theme song and original music. You can find him and his band, Open Doors, on Spotify. I'd also like to extend a big thank you out to Cherry Sorbet for creating the story's fabulous artwork. But I call her Sherbert Sherbert, so if you want to go find her, she's at Cherry Sorbet on Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Links to all of her cool stuff will be on our website, dnbpod.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at dnbpod or on Twitter at dreadandbefast. If you like the show, be sure to give us a quick rating and review on the podcast app of your choice. And also, tell a friend about it. Pretty please? Please? I'll do anything. Please. Just tell one person about the show. Download it for them on their phone. It'll be fine. Please? I need this. Thank you again for listening. We'll be back in 2 weeks for the next part of the story.